This is how he started, or this is how she started, and this is the way forward she took when she was planning her audit. That will be the time after we have already done. So it's very important for us to have the basis of audit. So international standard of accounting 300 is the one that is for audit planning. So 300 IAS 300 is the one that is for audit planning. So 300 planning on audit or financial statement provides guidance to auditor. Planning an audit involves establishing the overall audit strategy for the engagement and developing an audit plan. Audited planning benefits the audit of financial statement in several ways. So, according to audit and assurance, we have to know also the ways that benefit us to have an adequate planning. So, this is very important if we go to audit and planning. Again, as we are planning, we have also to know the objective of our plan, which is the objective of audit, and this is in fact very important because the auditor is going to identify potential misstatements in the financial statements. This achieves through understanding the entity and the environment in which it operates. So, how are we going to plan? First, we have to understand the entity itself. How can we understand the entity? Audit planning, understand the entity. Understand the entity. How can we understand the entity? How can we understand the entity? Yvonne. As Yvonne is thinking, Martin, how can we understand the entity?
By looking into the type of business the entity is involved in.
Come again?
By looking into the type of business the entity is involved in.
Good. What are they? The type of business. Type of business they're doing. The other thing, Yvonne, why should we have an understanding of an entity? Come again? The what? This? Yes, that's the way, but why should we do that? Why should we understand? Okay, we have to verify the information that we want. What do we want? This can be something that we have to do when you are planning. You go to the entity, you have to understand what are they doing, which business are they in. For example, if somebody wants to plan on the University of Lilongwe, it means he's going to know that these people are doing school, okay, educating students. So that is what we mean when we are talking about understanding the entity and the environment in which it is operating. This then enables the auditors to design the most appropriate audit approach and detailed procedures that address any risk, as she says at the time, that they have been identified. So we can also, we want to, of course, that is a general, also identify. Why should we identify the risks when we are planning? Why should we identify the risks?
To prepare the entity on how to handle it with the change on how to handle it.
To prepare the plan, and not only that, we have to look into if we were talking about risks, then we have to look into the risks, which one is the most, let's say, frequent to be looked into. Because let me give an example of a common maybe example that we can face. A boy and a girl. A boy comes home 6 o'clock. A girl comes home 10 o'clock. There's a risk there. But which risk can be started to be looked into? For the girl coming 10 o'clock, not the boy. Why? Because we know that when he goes out, he's going to take maybe something, alcohol candy. So even when we are doing planning of audit, we are supposed to look into more critical issues of risk. Those are the ones that we are going to address first before these others. So that is why we are supposed to understand the entity also. Not only that, we have to know that the organizations have got the rules and regulations that they follow. Internal controls of the organization. Then you are supposed also to study them, to say what are your internal controls? Okay. For example, they can say, yes, we have an internal control. The one that is the cashier or the one that gets money from the organization, we have said that he should be depositing money within 3 days of collection. So, if that is the internal control in connection of this particular officer or office, then you are supposed to look into their books. Do they correspond with the internal control that they are having? Sometimes you can see that he doesn't even care about the 3 days. He just deposits maybe after 3 months. There is a high risk of fraud than the one that does it within 3 days. So those are some examples that we can look into and then make a decision to say which ones am I going to put first in my plan. So planning an audit involves establishing the overall audit strategy for the engagement and developing an audit plan. So we are supposed to have an audit plan. This is for us to reduce audit risk to an acceptable level. So planning enables the engagement to be easier, and also to know the partners and the key members of the engagement team, to benefit from the experience. So we are looking into who is going to be involved in our planning. Yes, if we can think about planning, it's not a thing when we're talking of audit alone. It's not an individual that goes for audit. You are maybe several, not less than two. Okay. So you can plan to say, this is how we're going to do it, but the key members that are involved also, you are supposed to look into that when you are preparing for the plan. Their experiences of the members that you are going with, they should also be looked into to say, who am I going to be going with, that I'm going to plan together with. If it's somebody that is a new member, then you are supposed to tell him what is supposed to be done. And sometimes you can involve an experience and an inexperience for you to know the way forward of how you are going to plan.